Once again, we gather on this sacred Friday. Bug Eater uploads are a national holiday, and I'm glad to celebrate it with you all. I went and counted up the votes, and even after applying the 3/5 rule to all Dragon Maid voters, they still won, coming out to a total of 2.6 votes to second place, which was Cipher, with 2 real votes. I spent most of my week distressed, concerned that I would have to succumb to the sex offenders and boogie 2988s of the world. And then I remembered I have a vote. So, without further ado, let's talk about Cipher is the inbred cousin of Galaxy Eyes. However, Cipher Dragon is the really cool cousin once you get to know it. The theme of the deck is completely incoherent, from magical robes to World War II era planes, and somehow all of these cards come together to make RGB Gamer Dragon. The Gamer Dragon gimmick is all about stealing your opponent's monsters and making them watch several hours of Gnar gameplay until they join the cult of Cipher. And because of this, the deck heavily relies on going second. If you've played Yu-Gi-Oh! In the last decade, you'll know that this is not good. Luckily, 3 of the structure deck gives us amazing hand traps, such as Honest and Honest. When it comes to the main deck monsters, most of your plays will be starting with Raptor, whose effect lets you discard a card to special summon a Cipher monster from your deck. This effect is great, and it sets up Mirror Knight and Étranger in the graveyard, which allows you to search for a Cipher spell trap or Cipher card. As you can see, one of these is clearly better than the other, and it's not Étranger. Off of Raptor, you'll most likely be summoning Biplane, whose effect changes 2 of your monsters to level 8, and with 2 level 8s on the field, we can talk about the extra deck monsters, most of which can be summoned just by using a Galaxy Eye Cipher Dragon as material. And, in a weird case of identity theft, all of the monsters you kidnap just so happen to have that name. The original Cipher Dragon lets you detach 1 material from it to steal a monster and give it the Gamer Dragon stats and name. Cipher Blade lets you detach to pop cards on the field, and if it's destroyed, it can tag out for a different Cipher Dragon in the grave. And Galaxy Eye's Cipher Twitter Dragon is just a really big guy. Twitter Dragon lets you detach 2 materials from it to make your light monsters untargetable until the end of your opponent's turn. And during your standby phase, it can shuffle back a Dragon Xyz in the graveyard and then summon that monster using itself as material. Honestly, this effect is pretty cool when matches last longer than 2 turns, but unfortunately, this deck doesn't want them to last more than 1. Any relevant hand trap that so much as smells your normal summon will bend you over its knee and discipline you 9 games out of 10, but that 1 game left is always a lot of fun, and will have you coming back to this deck like a toxic relationship. The biggest downside to this deck, of course, being that the dragons in it aren't breedable. You Dragon Maid voters really thought you had me. By now, hopefully you know the deal. Comment below which structure deck you want me to cover next. The votes will be collected on Thursday the 21st, and the next video will be up Friday the 22nd. I expect to see lots of votes for cool, interesting strategies, such as Utopia, or literally anything other than Dragon Maid. I love you all, and thanks for watching.